The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Impact Wrestling review with me, Shariya, and what a show this week. It was good. I enjoyed it. So I was definitely looking forward to making this week's review. Usually I'm like, it's something on my to-do list, but no. Excited to give you my thoughts, and this week's show just kicks off straight away with the Lone Wolf, Davey Richards, with Angelina Love. He has a match with Suicide. Davey Richards, as a heel, great. Just the whole body language, his eyes, and the sexual chemistry. You know, him and Angelina at the start, like, okay, I see you, keep it up. I'm still analyzing this Suicide, wanting to see the similarities with the older Suicide, and I'm glad they're sticking with Suicide rather than Manic, because remember when they, made Suicide Manic, and you're like, why? Why are we keeping this kind of PG, suitable for children? But yeah, I like this match. Suicide hit a springboard moonsault, didn't quite get it. Davey connected with his finisher called Creeping Death. Davey Richards won. I was expecting Eddie Edwards to come out. We see a video of LAX and Conan says that they won the tag team championships. We see Laurel backstage in her wedding dress. Makeup is still smudged all over her face. She's having a midlife crisis. What has Braxton done to her? The girl needs to be admitted to a psychiatric ward. But Mackenzie Mitchell asks her if she's okay, and this scene was just money. It was so hilarious, and they're doing such an excellent job with this damsel in distress, needs to see a doctor. Laurel, she's doing great, but Sienna comes over and says that don't blame Maria for it, blame Ali, and she says that she has a surprise for both Ali and Braxton. Now we have an international 6-man tag team match, some new talent. We have Idris Abraham, Fala Ba, and Mario Bakara versus Mahabli, Shira, Laredo Kid, and Garza Jr. I like the whole international flavor going on here. Fala Ba was just, he looked like a sumo wrestler. I was so intrigued when I saw him. Shira gets a sky-high slam on Bakara, and Laredo and Garza take out Ba and Abraham on the floor, and then Shira pins Bakara and gets the win. Typical wrestling style, we see a limo backstage. Ooh, who could it be? Spoilers going around everywhere though, so we already know. Tag team match. Abyss and Crazy Steve with Rosemary against Reno Scum. I enjoyed this match because I felt like we saw more of Reno Scum. I was impressed by Adam Thornstowe, who is the shorter one out of the two. And, when Luster went up against Abyss, damn, Abyss was a bit intimidated by him, which was a change because nobody can usually go head-to-head with Abyss. Scum threw Rosemary. They picked her up and threw her out of the ring on top of Abyss. Rosemary's been taking so many beatings recently by the guys, but I'm all for that because you know how I feel about guys and girls. I don't see a difference. I never will. Hit me like a man, love me like a woman. I'm all for that. The Pretty Reckless reference right there for you. Rosemary also attempted to spit the green mist in Adam's face, but she missed and got it on Crazy Steve instead. Scum get the win. See a promo of somebody who is unnamed here, but he will be unleashed on the 6th of April. Who could that be? Then we have an Impact Grand Championship match. Moose versus Eli Drake, who's with Tyrus. As Moose enters, on his way to the ring, Cody from behind attacks him with a steel chair, and then Brandy comes out too, and Moose cannot have his match because he's pretty much injured. Time to see LAX in action. Now, the way they made their entrance from the back was, whoa, I loved it. The cameras were like on the lights, zooming in and out. It was almost like a helicopter kind of vibe going on. And when I look at Homicide, when I'm just analyzing him, I feel like he's so excited to be back with LAX. I don't know, I just get that vibe from when I see him, but I love him. Santana and Ortiz, who are the two new guys, they are against DCC, James Storm and Bram, who are with Eddie Kingston. Right. we're talking business here. LAX and DCC. Great to see James Storm in action, because usually it's Eddie Kingston and Bram doing his dirty work. And I was impressed by Santana and Ortiz. Somebody literally grabbed Storm from his hair, and that was so freaking cool to see. Like, you know, James Storm has some gorgeous golden locks, but like, damn, that must have hurt. But Storm is gonna go for the last call, gets distracted by Ortiz, who's outside of the ring. Eddie accidentally spits water on James Storm, and that helps LAX to get the win. Then after the match, we see the tension. We see the tension between DCC. James Storm reminds Bram and Eddie Kingston that he is the cowboy. Kingston pushes Storm. Now, when Kingston pushed Storm, I was like, is this a bit too sudden? Shouldn't there be more of a build-up to this? I mean, we did see them, was it last week or the week before? I don't know. But it seems like they're gonna break DCC up, which would be a shame because they just got together. Like, they haven't even accomplished anything. So what would be the point of breaking these guys up? And with DCC, it feels like we have a lot of tag teams. You know, LAX, DCC, the Decay, Reno Scum, Laredo, and Gaza Jr. So it feels like we have something there. But to break them up and, you know, and that's the thing, James Storm, he's always in like these groups, and then they break him up and he goes right back to being the cowboy. Let DCC play through. Keep them together for a while. You have an interesting interview. Bruce Pritchard is sitting opposite Lashley, and they have an interview. It was almost like Lashley was having an interview on why he should be in Impact Wrestling. It was like an interview for a job. And it felt like he was just talking to a friend as well. To me, it felt a bit odd. He seemed too nice. Like, is this the guy I've been seeing on my TV for the past year or so? Like, that's not the Lashley I know. The Lashley I know doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. You know, he's more of this and less of this. So, what's up? Bruce Pritchard also asked him, is there anyone on your bucket list who you'd like to fight? He mentions Brock Lesnar, and he talks about a cross-promotion, and I was like, you must be really silly to ever think that would happen. You would have to be at the E to have that match if you're lucky. But that was just awkward. Rebel versus ODB. Now, these are two knockouts that have made their return. More so for ODB, who is the original knockout. I thought there would have been a lot of hype for this. Like, they just announced this match a day before Impact was going to air on TV, and I'm just here thinking, where's the logic in that? Hype these people up, let the older fans know that your favorite stars are making their return. Don't announce it 24 hours before. Like, I mean, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just, it's mind-boggling. Like, I was so glad to see ODB. I'm a big ODB fan. I grew up watching her when I started to watch Impact Wrestling, and you know, she's so different. You have all these Barbie doll types. Yeah, you're cute on the eye, but ODB, she's just herself. She's so unique. She's hilarious. She's entertainment. Rebel came back as a new Rebel. She was so much more confident from the last time I saw her. I definitely saw a massive improvement. She's playing the heel, and damn, Earl Hebner, he's getting a lot of action. He got a lot of action in this match. You know, Rebel gets kissed by Earl, and then ODB kisses Earl. Like, whoa. Earl Hebner's getting more action than I've got this whole entire month. Shout out to Venus Retrograde. But ODB hits Rebel with a TKO, and she wins. Lashley versus Jake Holmes. I didn't know who this guy was. I had no idea who he was. Lashley is a world heavyweight champion, and you're going to put him against a guy that I've never heard of. And, you know, I went on his Twitter because I saw his name there, and he has, like, less than 2,000 followers. And I'm like, if he has less than 2,000 followers, you think anyone's going to know him in the Impact Zone? But she makes her return. Jeremy Borash introduces Karen Jarrett. Word has been going on all over the internet. I already knew this, but she makes her return. I mean, going back to the early years of Impact and her involvement with the knockouts, I mean, she's that heel authority figure, which I always love. But the Fire Josh Matthew chants broke out. You guys were so loud, like, so proud of you. She says that she'll put that on her list, and then everyone goes for the yes chant, and then Josh Matthews is like, the guy doesn't even work here, which I agree with. Then EC3 interrupts. Full of energy, this guy bringing all the energy, and I'm like, what's up? He's putting himself in the picture. He says that we're all gonna make Impact great, but he's not doing it for her name, the Jarrett name. He's doing it for his name, which is the Carter name. Oh, okay. Are we gonna have this split? Are we gonna have this split where we're gonna have, EC3 fighting for the Carter name, because Dixie Carter is not in the picture anymore? Just when he thought we were getting somewhere, Josh Matthews leaves the commentary table, has the mic, and he has some words for Karen Jarrett. Okay, this guy, he did well. He did so well, and it kills me to say this, but he got straight into heel mode. He criticizes Karen. He says that as soon as you come and you're in power, you let Jeremy Borash in the commentary team. He mentions how the crowd are here because they've given them free tickets. Like, this guy, he was going for everyone here. And, I'm probably missing a lot of things, so please do go and watch that if you haven't, because that whole segment was money. He says it's only a matter of time before the Jarretts are gone from Impact Wrestling. And then Karen goes for the iconic slap. The last scene was pretty good. I was really impressed by Josh Matthews, and you could see how EC3 and Josh Matthews were on one side, and then you have Jeremy Borash and Karen Jarrett on the other side. So I feel a split, I feel like they could do this thing where you'll have half the people, Team EC3, Team Carter, and then you have the Team Jarrett. So things are looking promising for next week. I feel like Josh Matthews knew that this is his opportunity to show everyone what he can do and how good of a heel he is, because you already have everyone in the Impact Zone chanting from the top of their lungs to fire Josh Matthews. So if he doesn't prove himself in this segment, the people in charge may just consider and give the fans what they want. So he knew that this is his chance. This is his chance to make his impact. Excited for next week. I hope they can keep it up. I really want them to pick up the pace in promoting the return of stars and just promoting the matches. As soon as Impact Wrestling goes off, that's your opportunity to go and tell everyone why they should come back next week. That was my review for this week. I hope you enjoyed my brief thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. You can follow me on Twitter at @NonstopShariya, and I will see you next week. Have a good day.